Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's section of reads. This is on YouTube channel James13 Wicca, in case you're seeing it somewhere else. I'm going to put the dice in decks. All that information should be below. Other than that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's going to be below. I'm going to repeat this at the end of the video also if you want to see it there. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the reading you chose. Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Taurus? That's interesting. This is going to be a very interesting read. I can really see. All right. This might be going more to your favor than I'm realizing. I have a weird feeling. Because something's going to kind of go a little different than expected, but ultimately you might be looking at it like, well, that's fair. It might be like how you look at it. It may be somebody else is getting their just desserts. And it's kind of like, well, things are kind of going a little crappy for them right now, but they've done that to me in the past, so they've done the way they've done it. It's not my fault. Let's get a little deeper into it. Because I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's like, haha, I don't think it's like that. But I think it's kind of like, well, I didn't really want that to happen, but play with fire, get burned. It might be one of those things. Like, it's not my fault. I didn't want you to do that. You did what you did. What is this in the past? This is where this is starting from for you. This person, I think they pulled a fast one. And it didn't go in your favor, but it wasn't the worst thing. So it's almost like somebody was supposed to pick you up at the airport and they didn't. And like you had to make provisions and make that work, and you didn't like it, but it wasn't the worst thing, but it's kind of like I thought I could depend on you and you completely left me high and dry. That's something that you remember. It was a shock. You did not like it. It did not ruin your life, but you did not like it. So that's kind of like somebody was supposed to pick up at the airport. They didn't show up, so you had to find a different way to handle it. Did not like that. Did not ruin your life, but you did not like that. Now, whoever this was that let you down, currently you're on good terms with. We have a little bit more about that. The current energy is pretty good for you. 2 of Cups even. 2 of Cups. The Death card coming in like this, which is telling me there's some right up aspects in the sense of like something new starting. I think it's something is starting to show itself. Something is starting to show its possibility. Something is starting to show through. Energy between you and whoever this is very good at the moment, but there's a possibility or an evolution. I think an evolution is starting to show itself. There's an evolution coming forward. It's starting to show itself. I don't know. It's kind of sticky at this part. It's not showing much. It's just saying I'm kind of getting the hint that some change is coming, and that things are going to go different between me and this person. You're doing well with them right now. You seem to be liking this. You're liking it at the moment. King of Cups, judgment in your favor. You know something's coming. It doesn't seem to be upsetting you. In fact, you seem to be loving it. You got the Ace of Cups. I want that to happen. there's something here with like a derailment or something different, but I don't think it's going to hold water, but there's kind of like a misstep here that they may realize that they should kind of listen to you a little closer. Oh, all right. Let's go a little further. Okay. Yeah, they're not doing. I don't know. I feel like you're trying to help somebody. They have let you down in the past. Not the worst. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but you didn't like it. I feel like you've given this person pointers. This, that, the other thing. You very much care about this person. They are very important to you, is what I'm getting. If this reading is hitting, this person is very important to you. Something is, they're doing something, or they're having some type of result. It could be where maybe they're having their moment where they're getting left at the airport, if you follow me. Could be one of those moments. They're seeing how much that sucks. It's kind of like a double win for you. Kind of like they're feeling it. They're seeing why that sucks. They're also understanding why, you got to pay attention a little bit better, and you don't want to do that to somebody you care about, because it's not comfortable, it's not fun, it's not nice. You depend on somebody, they let you down, and then you have to pick up the pieces all by yourself. And so there's, I feel like it's coming full circle there. They don't like it. And it's not, you're not enjoying bad things happening to this person. That's not the point. The point is they're seeing it's coming full circle. They're getting full perspective. Why it's important to pay attention and adhere to your responsibilities. I don't know. I almost feel like, I don't know if I'm lecturing or being lectured to. Kind of like, no, it's not about gloating. That's not what we're doing here. We're just pointing out that, like, this is why you take your responsibilities seriously. You think about who you're giving, chances to. It's like, I just feel like somebody's saying, this is just how it works out. This is how this makes sense. You could just let it sit there that way. Ironically, it sounds like the nicer way to handle it. I don't think it really serves the situation enough to where it's kind of like, I think they get it. I think they know. I don't think I need to say anything. They got what they deserved. Like, sorta. Like, they should feel the other side. They need to see how that plays out. They need to see how that feels when somebody lets you down. They got what they deserved. I don't feel like I need to say anything about it. I'm just going to let it sit there and just get along fine, like everything's fine. That's one way to handle it. The other version is interesting. I'm going to roll some dice on this first, because it's a little bit more sharp, which I don't think of Taurus as sharp. Taurus says what they want to say. They have a lot of weight behind their words, typically. I don't think of you guys as sharp, in the sense of like mean sharp, like sharp teeth. I feel like you just, like, this is what it is. You're just very, you don't need to be mean about it, but you will drill the point home if you need to. Like, I hope that came across right. I didn't mean, okay, I think y'all know. This comes in with the Lovers and the Page of Cups. It's the Emperor energy. Can be strategic. Maybe that's the way this is going. Can also be very brutal with the truth. So, another way to bring this forward, because maybe it needs to be highlighted just a little. So, like, almost like a brutal way to bring it forward, but still being palatable and still being nice. Maybe? Oh yeah, that's hard. I remember how that felt when, I was waiting for you to pick me up at the airport, and then I got a hold of you and realized you completely forgot about that, and I had to find a different way home. I mean, I was very forgiving. I forgave you for it. I feel like maybe it's good for you to forgive this person, because, like, I know what that felt like, and I know that you didn't mean it maliciously, so I forgave you. But I also remember how painful it was and upsetting it was to be stuck out there on my own trying to figure it out. It's almost like not trying to rub it in, not trying to twist the knife or anything like that. That's not what this is about. This is just kind of like bringing forward like, okay, yeah, I can understand you being upset. I was in that position. You put me in that position. So I forgave you. Maybe you want to think about forgiving this person somewhere down the road. I was not happy with you for a while, but you showed me that you took things a little bit more seriously, and over time I did forgive you for that. Maybe you want to give this person that same type of leeway that was extended to you. Maybe you want to extend the same thing, not right away, not in 2 minutes. Maybe over some time when this person develops a little bit more, gets a little bit more responsibility under their belt, sees how they need to kind of adhere to those responsibilities, take those seriously. I feel like that's what they're saying. Like, it's not about being mean. It's not about haha. It's not about you. It's not like that. It's not like that. It's just kind of like making sure, like, okay, this happened. Let's really look at it. Let's think about this. Let's look at our humanity. Let's realize none of us are perfect and we all make mistakes. And you've made that same mistake yourself. Maybe you want to kind of let that go at some point. Not right away. Like, we want to make sure the other person understands that you're upset. Yes, that's true. You want to talk about it. Yes, that's true. But the humanity of it. It's an opportunity for you. I feel like this is also one of those things where maybe this person forgot about that. It not only reminds them of their own humanity, but also that not only that happened, but that you were hurt and that you were forgiving towards them. And that forgiveness for some people is worth it. They were extended that courtesy. Maybe, depends on their circumstances. There's probably other things going on there. Maybe that courtesy is something they should consider. One of the reasons I think it's coming forward this way is because maybe they're being a little bit, like, they have every right to be upset. Everybody has the right to their own emotions, but it's kind of like just a point of reference, maybe just to think about it a little deeper, just make sure the decision you're making is the one you want to make. One of those things. I don't feel like we're trying to tell somebody what decision they should make. I don't think that's where we're going with this. It's just kind of point of reference, maybe looking a little deeper into it and just making sure we're really at peace with where we're going with certain things. That's something for them to sit on. This could deepen this relationship with you and this person. It could deepen that relationship. It really could. I get the thinking about it with the Page of Pentacles, and I also get they have to take some time to themselves and really think about what this means. They don't have to do anything. It would probably help them just to see a deeper level of this. Doesn't mean they should this or should that, but it could give them the opportunity to see this a little deeper. And that doesn't mean that they should forgive anybody, because who knows, there's probably other circumstances with this. Doesn't mean anything like that. It's just the opportunity to look at it a little deeper. There's progress here. Is this saying the same thing? Because I feel like this is saying the same thing, just to be sure. With your influence, they do more emotional work, intellectual work on this situation. It's the ability to really get into the subject and really learn what's going on here. Like, if you don't, that's fine. You don't have to do anything. That's clear. I feel like that's obvious. But they have the Seven of Swords and the Sun card, where it's kind of like, well, I'm just going to handle it this way. I'm going to move on from it and not really think about it too much. The Seven of Swords is not really dealing with it. It's just kind of like skipping past it. This is a moment where they could actually gain some character from it. Not only get a deeper bond with you, but like really kind of look at themselves a little closer and kind of like just get a deeper understanding of like what really happens in life. So many times in life, a lot of people, they just react and keep going. They don't slow down and go, wait a minute, why did this happen? What happened here? Have I ever done anything like this in my own life? Maybe not exactly this way, but something similar. Have I learned from that? Those type of things. You're giving somebody a chance to evolve is what I'm really getting. And whoever it is, they seem to mean a lot to you, whoever it is, so it seems well worth it. There's something else here. What is that? How does this affect Taurus? Because this is just kind of, this is Taurus's reading, you know. You could end up removing blocks that could be there that you're not realizing. Maybe there's something in the past that still bothers you or did hurt your feelings or caused issue that maybe they seem to be not connecting with is at a deep level. They're not understanding how graceful you were with them. Maybe they're not seeing something where, you know, the fact that you forgave them for something is not something to be taken lightly. Like if you forgave somebody, there's a deep reason for it. I feel, I mean, if I'm wrong, let me know, but I don't think Taurus gives out forgiveness lightly. It has to be earned. The Taurans I know, if forgiveness is going to be given, it has to be earned. That's just my interpretation of Taurus. If I'm wrong, let me know, but it definitely has to be earned. It's why I keep going there. I'm like, I really feel like that's true, but if I'm wrong, let me know. It's kind of like them walking through that fire a little bit, kind of realizing, like, you know, they need to kind of look at this maybe a little deeper. Doesn't mean they have to do anything with anybody else or anything, but it would benefit them to look at this a little bit deeper. It would help the relationship between you and them. It would help them look at like how they're dealing with other people, the humanity of it all. I keep getting that too, their own humanity and like their own shortcomings. It's kind of like, if they do these same things to other people, why are they getting so upset when somebody does it to them? I don't know, that sounded pointed, but it could, like, something could be stuck later if not. It's like they could either get, if it's not dealt with, it could create a roadblock later. They might repeat a problem with you that you thought that they were doing better with. It could be something where you maybe have forgiven thinking they've gotten better, but maybe it's just, maybe it still has the potential to repeat. But if this is highlighted, it might be like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, maybe I'm a little frivolous in ways that I shouldn't be. Maybe I should think about that. I think we're done. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.